In today's video, I'm teaching you guys the best running gorilla tag. This run is so good that you'll even be able to outrun first lava boost monkeys. And this is what the run looks like. So as you guys just saw from that, the run is extremely fast, and I'll be teaching you guys how to hopefully go as fast as me. So before I show you guys how to do the run, I just quickly want to tell you guys what topics we will be going over. First off, we'll obviously go over what even the motions of the run are for the front hand and the backhand. Second off, I'll be trying to help you guys with rhythm, since a lot of you guys don't actually know what rhythm is supposed to be. And third, I'll be teaching you guys how to find your own rhythm and how you can manage to go as fast as me. So the first thing that I'll be teaching you guys is the front hand, okay? The front hand, to be honest, pretty simple, and it's similar to the last tutorial that I showed you guys. I didn't really change too much about it, but there's still some differences later on that I'll be talking about. So the first step to doing this run, which is important for any run, honestly, is not having your body facing straight into the direction that you're going to be running in. So if I want to run to death wall, I don't want my body facing towards death wall, since this right here will limit my mobility. What you want to do is have your body slightly turned to the side. Obviously, this depends on which hand you will be using in the front. For me, I'm using my right hand, so I'll turn my body to the left a little bit so that I can reach back more towards my left side. If you want to use your left hand in the front, you'll want to lean your body to the right so that you can bring your left hand further back to the right. So, first off, important is knowing which hand you want to do in the front. For me, I use my right hand even though I am left-handed, because I'm just more used to running with my right hand. If you're more used to running with your left hand, you can do the same motions that I'm doing right here, just mirror them, since I'll only be showing the right hand, so you guys will just have to mirror what I'm doing. So to start off the run, I will be teaching you guys the front hand like I just said, so I'll be showing you that right now. So like I said, you don't want your body facing straight into the direction that you're running in, you want it to be slightly lean. So my body is facing in this direction, but I'll be running this direction, okay? I hope that makes sense. What I'm gonna do, I'm using my right hand in the front, so I'll obviously be having that as my front hand. So here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our front hand on our opposite shoulder. I'm using my right hand in my front, so I'll be putting it onto my left shoulder, like this, okay? You're gonna put it onto your left shoulder. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring it out towards the floor like this, okay? You're gonna just bring it out right here. Then you're gonna pull back behind your body as far back as you can, okay? Obviously, your muscles or your body just might get into the way. Just make sure that you don't hit yourself, especially not right here. When you're going back, make sure to not hit your ribs, since we don't obviously want you hurting yourself. So make sure when you pull back, if you notice that you're hitting yourself a lot, pull back and to the side a little bit, okay? So instead of just going straight back, you want to go out to the side like this. This, obviously, you won't be able to go as far back as you could theoretically go, but you won't hurt yourself, which is the most important part while doing anything, honestly. So I'll explain it one more time. You want to take your front hand, put it onto your opposite shoulder, come out, and then as far back as you can without hurting yourself. If you don't hit your ribs while going back, that's perfect. You can just go straight back. If you do, go out to the side. And that's the front hand motion. So now I just quickly want to show you guys from my view what this looks like. So I take my front hand, put it onto my opposite shoulder. I come out towards the floor like this, and then I just pull straight back as far back as possible, okay? And to show you guys exactly what I mean by my body is like turned to the side, if I have my body facing straight forward, okay? And I take my arm to my shoulder, come out and push back, this is as far back as I can get, which right here I'm getting stuck. If I have my body facing like to the side a little bit, and I go to my shoulder, bring my arm out and go back, I can go way further back. As you guys saw, I was stuck right here. Now I can go all the way back here, just because of the fact that I can move my arms way further than what I'd normally be able to. Okay, so now I'll be showing you guys how to do the backhand. And seriously, this is the most easiest thing about this entire run. The backhand, which will be the opposite hand from your front hand, so I'm using my right hand in the front, you'll use your left hand. If you have your left hand in the front, you'll use your right arm. All that you're really gonna do is just bring your hand in front of your body, push straight back. This is the entire motion. Like you're like cleaning a surface or something, just like diagonally, okay? This is the whole motion. You don't want to do any circles like this, because that's bad, and you don't want to hit down and then back, like an L shape. You just want to go straight, forward, and back. This is the entire motion that you want to do for the backhand, okay? And make sure while doing your backhand motion, you bring your hand as far in front of you as you need it to actually make it track. If your hand is just back here and you keep on hitting, eventually your hand will just DC exactly like that. And that would just be bad, because that means until your controller recalibrates in the front, you might already be going back again, which means it might just not track at all, which means you will be messing up the run, meaning you won't be able to go as fast as possible with it. So from my view again, I'm using the opposite hand for my front hand, which is my left hand. I just have my arm right here, and I bring it in the front and then straight back, just like this. It's a super simple motion, and that's literally all you have to do for the backhand. Obviously, the further back that you can reach while doing it, the better. For me, I go back to around about here, which is pretty far, but if you only manage to do this much while still being consistent with it, that's perfectly fine. So now what I'll be showing you is how the motion should look like combined and doing it very, very slowly, okay? So I have my front hand on my shoulder, okay? I come out and I go under my armpit. During my arm goes under my armpit, my other arm comes over, and then it pushes back. Then I want to go right back up right here because your shoulder will be back a little bit because your arm is towards the back. So you're going to be able to come forward again and then back. And then that's the motion. And then you just, that was my tracking. Sorry about that. But then you just repeat this right here. This is the entire motion, okay? And then, obviously, once you manage to learn how to move your arms as far back as possible, the motion will look more like this. Right? I'm going as far back as I can, which is all the way back here, which I do lose tracking. That's why I bring my arm so far in front. For some people, if you're, for example, on a valve index, you can keep your hand right here and just push straight back like this, and your tracking will be fine. For me, it only works like this for a couple of seconds until I hit a little bit too hard, and then my controller's just gone. So if you're on an index, abuse the fact that you have 360 tracking. If you're on an index, just make sure that you keep your tracking, really. So now from first person, I'll show you guys again what the motion looks like. So your body is turned to the side, and then you start off on your shoulder, come out, come in, and then this arm in that meantime comes over, and then straight back. And then this right here is what you're doing basically, right? While I run fast, my arm, I bring it more in front sometimes, just because it makes me like be sure that my tracking is working. But this right here is the entire motion, okay? And then you just want to get faster and faster with it. And then once you get really, really fast at it, it might even look like you're on Preds or that you're cheating. Which, I'll be honest, once you get fast enough, anything that you do can look and will look like you're cheating. Once you move your arms fast enough, everything can look like Preds. And that's why people usually accuse me, just because of the fact, first off, that my tracking is really, really bad, and second off, that I just move my arms so fast that it looks like predictions. So now what I'll be showing you guys is what the run should look like from first person while doing the motions very slowly. So I'll make sure that I actually keep a good rhythm. I can see myself right now on like the plane in front of me, which I mean, I guess that's kind of disruptive, but I'll try my best to not freak it up. So this is what it should look like. So as you guys just saw from that, just doing the motions will already make sure that you guys are going a decent speed, and you'll likely be faster than a decent amount of lava monkeys in comp. Not better than 99% of them, but better than probably 50% of players, as long as they don't actually know how to run. So next up, what I'll be showing you guys is what you should focus on while doing the run. So I'll place my camera over there, and it's gonna follow my body, and then I'll show you guys what you should focus on specifically while doing the run. So while doing the run, you wanna make sure that your body is off of the floor, okay? If your body stays close to the floor like this, you'll be a little bit slower than if you lifted your body off, even this little amount right here. So I'll show you guys what the difference is. So if I keep my body close to the floor and I do the motions, obviously I'm still going fast, but I get friction, which causes me to go a little bit slower. So now I'll keep my body up a little bit, which looks like that. And with that, I'm already going faster than before, even though I wasn't even doing anything like special, really. I was just keeping my body off of the floor, making me go a little bit faster. So now, again, I'll show you guys what the difference is when you move your arms fast compared to slow. So I just showed you guys what it looks like slow, so I'm gonna do it fast. I'll keep my body on the floor. Okay, that's me keeping my body on the floor and doing a motion like decently fast. I can go much faster, but this is enough for demonstration purposes. Then keeping your body off of the floor looks like this. Which, as you guys saw, that was way, way faster than when I was keeping my body on the floor. Okay, so now what I'll be explaining to you guys is what rhythm actually is and how to find your own rhythm. So first off, rhythm is truly just consistency to your run. That's all you have to really think about while doing your run. Rhythm, you can make it way more complex than that, but that's like the most simplest way to say it. You just want to stay consistent with your run. When you're running and you do your motions consistently, you will always hit the floor, and you will always be able to keep a consistent speed. If you're inconsistent, right, like something like this, like your backhand is slow, your front hand is way faster, or you go slower than fast and then slower than fast, obviously you're gonna slow down and speed up while doing your run. Sometimes you'll accelerate, sometimes you'll just slow down, which obviously we don't want that. We want you to be running at a consistent speed so that you can go as fast as possible and as far away from the lava monkeys as possible. So now for you guys to understand how you can find a rhythm, there's two really main ways of finding your own rhythm and how to practice it, okay? So first off, I'll be telling you guys how you can find a rhythm. One of the easiest ways of finding your own rhythm is literally just by listening to music while playing. When you listen to music while playing, every single song has a different like BPM, beats per minute, okay? Some songs will be a little bit faster, like funk songs for example, and some songs will be super slow, like lo-fi songs. So you just want to find out which type of music works the best for you while playing. If you like something more chill to go more consistent, listen to that. If you want to go really fast but stay consistent, you want to listen to something faster like funk for example. Obviously, I personally do not recommend listening to funk while playing the game, but that's on you. One other way of finding your rhythm is literally just by walking around in gorilla tag. And what I mean by walking around is literally how it sounds like. You just want to walk around while you're in game, and then you can like practice and find your rhythm through this, because you'll obviously need a rhythm to make sure that you don't fall to the floor. Because if you had bad rhythm, you could be like going like this for example, where sometimes you'll stay off and then you'll hit the floor. So we obviously don't want that. You want to make sure that your body always is just off of the floor and you always hit the ground in like a consistent pace. You don't want to go extremely fast, you don't want to go extremely slow. Just make sure that you're consistently hitting the floor even while going down or up things. Okay? So this right here is one way to find and practice your own rhythm. Okay? So for example, some people will like a horse galloping rhythm way more, which would be a little bit more like that. Obviously, it's not my rhythm, but here, this is sort of what that could be like, for example, having a horse galloping rhythm. So for me personally, I just have a normal rhythm. I don't know exactly what type of rhythm this is called. If anyone knows, you can write it in the description, but I personally do not care too much or bother myself with knowing the names of rhythms. The only ones that I know is literally just the horse galloping one. So now that you guys know how to find your rhythm and how to practice your own rhythm, that's literally it. You're all set to learn how to run really fast. Then one last thing that I want to talk about really quickly is physics, okay? So as you guys might have noticed, as you guys might have not noticed, in every single Gorilla Tag update, the physics change. Sometimes it's a lot, and sometimes it's just a little bit. For example, right now, in most of these winter updates, the game is usually pretty smooth or bouncy. Or for example, summer updates, like the 2022 and 2023 update, they're extremely sticky, where you can play 90 Hz and you feel like you're on 45 Hz. So obviously, knowing your own physics is very important. For me, I know that I'm very bouncy. For you, you might be very, very sticky. That depends usually on the headset and just everything, okay? You can have the same headset as someone else. For example, I have a Pico, right? And for me, I've noticed I'm extremely bouncy, and someone else that's on Pico might feel like they're more just smooth, like their physics are very neutral. That just depends on your headset. You can have the same headset as someone else, but it might still be different. So don't ever try and copy someone else's rhythm or how they do their run to try and maximize your own speed. You just need to find it out for yourself. Now, one last thing that I want to talk about is when you're doing my run and you've noticed that you're sort of bouncy, so you have similar physics to me. For me, what I do in my run is I don't just hit fast, okay? I just don't hit very fast, and that's it. What I do is I hit hard, okay? Because I want to maximize the amount of speed that I'm getting. Because if I were just to hit fast, this is what the run would look like, right? That's just hitting fast. But if I hit hard, this is what it looks like, okay? I don't know why the time just changed. Let me change that. Okay, so for some reason, I can't change the time of day that it is anymore. I can only change it to this one, and the other ones are kind of broken. I genuinely don't know why, but that is whatever. Since we've already finished the tutorial, I really hope that this video can help you guys with getting faster in Gorilla Tag. as we want competitive lobbies to get better again, because right now, to be fully honest, competitive lobbies are just not filled with that many great players. Obviously, there's good players in every single lobby, but there's just more players that are new and not used to playing the game compared to people that have been playing for a longer time and actually used to the game. So yeah, like I said, I really hope that this video helped you guys. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. I might do a follow-up video on this tutorial and I'll be answering your questions. And that was really it for the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.